Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back to the African Geekdom with Yaman JP. Today we're here to review Castlevania Nocturne. I watched the trailer. I did react to the trailer. I said I might not be reviewing it, but I am because of how this thing turned out. The Rotten Tomatoes score, I can't fucking believe this. It has a whopping 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 45% audience score. This is some bullshit.
See, now that's some bullshit.
I can tell you that it doesn't deserve a 45, but it's not 100%. Hell no. Grab something and let's talk about this. Yeah? So, okay. I might have over-anticipated this one or overestimated it. I mean, the trailer didn't lie. The animation, the fight scenes, the action sequences, they were all wonderfully choreographed. And I love Richter as our new Belmont protagonist. And all the voice actors were on point and, very believable. Particularly Tuso Mbedu. And oh yeah, Ian Glenn of Game of Thrones fame is in here as Juste Belmont. Or Belmont in Creole, the T is silent. Yeah, it's a French surname, the T is silent. While I enjoyed myself during the show, I was completely mesmerized while watching it and finished it within 3 days. There were some issues that gnawed at me. So we're gonna start now with issue number 1. Annette, voiced by Tuso Mbedu. Yeah, I gave her praise, but damn. This character apparently had her backstory changed. She was race swapped and had her entire backstory changed, which I don't particularly mind this time around because I have no real attachment to this character. I've only ever played only one Castlevania game. And this time around, the character, she's black and a former slave. I appreciate the Ogun reference though. She gets her powers from Ogun, which is an Orisha. The Orishas are mostly, they're worshipped by several African tribes, but mostly the Ashanti, I believe. Yeah. So, of that, yeah, she's a former slave, and she never lets us forget it. And I don't blame the actress, of course, it's the writing. What the fuck? We do not need a lecture. It's not just gonna be white. I know they're trying to lecture white people, but black people are watching it too. We don't need to fucking hear it every time. It's the same reason that slavery movies, they're not made for black people, they're made for white guilt. I don't particularly like slavery movies. What the fuck? I hate them. I hate these struggle movies. I do not need this shit in my anime as well. It's good that they depicted, they showed her backstory, great, but we don't fucking need her talking about it all fucking time. It's this fucking victim mentality. She's a badass. Have her still doing badass things. That's how you make a character beloved. Okay, we show the backstory, now we sympathize with her, we understand her plight or where she comes from, but then just have her kick all the ass. Kicked a lot of ass. So I was actually worried that they might try to supplant Richter's role with hers, which they almost did but pulled back from. I appreciate that much. Okay, it should be Richter's show. It's Richter's show. It's Richter. I don't want to hear shit. Richter Belmont, this is where it's at. This is who we're here for. I love this guy's attitude. Started off a little weak, but that's to be expected. He went through some childhood trauma. That's one of my gripes with it. The messaging, too much messaging, too much complaining. They try to put the messaging in there, but at the detriment of the story and the character Annette. And yeah, that wasn't good. Adi Shankar is not attached to this one. And we can feel it as an audience, as somebody who enjoyed Castlevania. I can feel it that he's not there. His presence is sorely lacking, his touch is lacking from this. Looking forward to the Devil May Cry show. Number 2, my second gripe is that it lacked a compelling villain. What was her name? Now I gotta look it up. I can't forget. Well, that's not good if I cannot remember the villain's name. Elizabeth Bathory. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Neither does her, her bottom bitch. Look it up also. Gotta look that shit up. Drolta Zuentes, who felt actually more threatening than Elizabeth because we spent more time with her. But Elizabeth just shows up. We keep hearing about her. Oh, she's mean, she tortures people. Oh, she's mean, she tortures people. She's a bad bitch. Yeah, she's a vampire. Expected. She tortures people and does fucked up shit. Yeah, okay, great. What else have you got? She just, after we, show don't tell, nigga. We just keep hearing about it. She just shows up at whatever, 6th or 7th episode to try and wreck shit. And I felt nothing. And I also appreciate the fact that she has the blood of Sekhmet running through her, whom, if you don't know, is an Egyptian goddess. Blood, gore, all that shit makes sense, I guess. She's so OP, but I felt nothing for her. I didn't feel the threat. You can have a villain and or an antagonist, or you can have a combination of both, which was Dracula, who was a villainous antagonist. And to me, the difference between the two is glaring. An antagonist has more of a personal attachment with your lead. Shit's on the line. The relationship between Richter and Orlok. Orlok was a good antagonist for Richter. And as such, also brings me around to my MVP for the show, Orlok. I love the guy. Great. He gave big Dracula vibes. He's a fucking dragon. And I don't know what this has to do with the rest of the show, what it has to do with the Elizabeth Bathory or Drolta, but I'm looking forward to the development because it was all set up and it felt like it was all set up. I'm hoping that the role of Elizabeth Bathory gets expanded upon in season 2. I'm looking forward to it. I'm slightly disappointed with this season, in case I'm unclear on that, but not everything can be, It's a new writing crew. It's a new producer on the show, I guess. A new team. They didn't do the original Castlevania. They're gonna have to find their sea leg. And I hope they learned whatever mistakes they made. Less lecturing for season 2, more showing and more action. Or did it? It did not like action. My bad. The gore and the action, top shelf, top shelf.
This is how we do it.
So. Anyway, I gotta rate this thing on a 1 to 10 scale. I would rate this 7. Nope. Yeah, 7 out of 10. It wasn't that bad, man. On my Shaggy scale, it's a sexy lady.
Success.
Pretty face, not much there. So, as per usual, it's been me, your man JP Pandi African Geekdom. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. May the odds be ever in your favor. Wakanda forever, my ninjas. I'll catch y'all on the next one, shall we? Please leave a like and subscribe.